Hi, my amazing artist. Today I'm going to show you how to make your own Andy Warhol flowers. So we're going to be making a paper collage inspired by his picture of flowers that we just looked at before. So we're going to first start out here with a black piece of paper and some different green colored strips of paper. So we're going to first start out and we're going to put our glue on our green paper. And our blades of grass can be leaning a little bit. They can be a little wonky because real grass does not stand perfectly straight up. So I'm going to take one light green and one dark green, and I'm going to kind of place them both on an angle so that they're leaning to the side. And then I'm going to take one light green. I'm going to place it kind of horizontal, but instead of being perfectly horizontal, it's going to be a little wonky. Again, it can be a little bit on a diagonal. I'm going to take that darker green and put it there, going on another diagonal down here at the bottom. And now you've got two more blades of grass to put on. And here I'm going to place this one kind of here, going on a diagonal, crossing all of those strips this way. And then this one kind of going on a diagonal this way, kind of almost making like the letter V here at the bottom. Now that I've got my blades of grass, I can start with my flowers. We're going to put 4 flowers on our picture. We're going to here start out with our first flower. I'm going to put glue on the back of the flower and place it here in the corner. And give it a good rub so it's laying nice and flat. I'm going to start out with my second flower, which is my teal. So now I've got my pink and my teal flower. I'm going to put this one here in that upper right corner. Give it a good press. Make sure all the flowers glue down really well. If something's not glued down and sticking, just lift it up and press it back down. And I'm going to take my orange flower and glue that down here to my bottom left-hand corner and give it a good press. And my bottom right is going to be my yellow flower. Now that I've got my flowers, and make them not look like just kind of like paint blobs on my paper, I'm going to give a little bit of some visual texture. We're going to use marker. We're going to match the marker color to the color on the paper. So for example, this is my yellow marker. I'm going to match it to my yellow paper. And I'm going to put just like these swirly lines on top of my yellow flower. So now that I've got my yellow done, I'm going to find my purple or my orange marker, not my purple, and put orange lines on my orange flower. And pink on my pink. And teal on my teal. And I'm going to do my best to cover all the whole flower in those curly swirly lines. Now I'm going to add a center to the flower. So I'm going to take a black marker, I'm going to draw a circle and color it in. And then to give it more of like a flower look, I'm going to make these short lines to go all the way around, kind of like a sunshine. And when we're making this circle in the middle, we want it to be probably about as big as your thumbnail. So you don't want to make it too tiny. You want it to look like it belongs and fits to our flower. We also don't want to make it so big that it takes up the whole flower. And there you have it. There are our version of Andy Warhol's flowers. I hope you have fun and enjoy.